Today's topic is life history variations. In this topic, we are going to study why do populations evolve. Now, answer to this question is the populations evolve to maximize their reproductive fitness, which is also called Darwinian fitness. And this fitness means to attain a high R value. Under a particular set of selection pressure, organisms they evolve the most efficient reproduction or reproductive strategies. For example, some organisms they breed only once in their lifetime. For example, Pacific salmon fish and bamboo. Some organisms they breed many times in their lifetime, like birds and mammals. Some organisms they produce large number of small offsprings. For example, oyster and pelagic fish. While others they produce small number of large sized organisms like birds and mammals. Now, out of these, which is required for maximizing fitness? इन सब में से क्या रिक्वायर्ड है? इन चारों में से कौन सा फैक्टर रिक्वायर्ड है फॉर मैक्सिमाइजिंग फिटनेस? इकोलॉजिस्ट दे सजेस्ट that life history traits of organisms they have evolved in relation to the constraints imposed by biotic and abiotic components of that habitat. यानी कि एक ऑर्गेनिज्म कैसे इवॉल्व होता है? इट इवॉल्व्स इन रिलेशन टू द बायोटिक एंड एबायोटिक फैक्टर्स जिनको कि उस ऑर्गेनिज्म को अपनी लाइफ टाइम में फेस करना होता है. जिस पर्टिकुलर हैबिटेट में एक ऑर्गेनिज्म रहता है वहाँ के बायोटिक और एबायोटिक फैक्टर्स उन कंस्ट्रेंट्स को उनके रिलेशन में वो कैसे अपने आप को इवॉल्व करेगा, कैसे एडजस्ट करेगा. दिस इज द आंसर बाय इकोलॉजिस्ट दैट लाइफ हिस्ट्री ट्रेट्स ऑफ ऑर्गेनिजम्स दे इवॉल्व in relation to the constraints which are imposed by biotic and abiotic components of that habitat. Now the next topic is population interaction. पूरी अर्थ पे कोई भी ऐसी हैबिटेट नहीं है जहाँ पे विच इज़ ऑक्यूपाइड बाय अ सिंगल स्पीशीज़. कहीं पर भी किसी भी जगह सिर्फ एक ही स्पीशीज़ देखने को नहीं मिलती है. फॉर एनी स्पीशीज़ टू सर्वाइव इन अ हैबिटेट व्हाट इज़ द मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट? दैट इज़ द प्रेजेंस ऑफ अनदर स्पीशीज़. एक स्पीशीज़ एक हैबिटेट में अकेले इवॉल्व नहीं कर सकती. व्हाट इज़ द रिक्वायरमेंट टू सर्वाइव? दैट इज़ प्रेजेंस ऑफ अनदर स्पीशीज़. Even the plants which can make their own food, they cannot survive alone. उनको भी किसकी ज़रूरत है? They require soil microbes, and these soil microbes they can decompose by releasing enzymes the organic matter into the inorganic elements, and these inorganic elements these are then absorbed by the plants. यानी प्लांट्स जो अपना फूड बना सकते हैं वो भी अकेले सरवाइव नहीं कर सकते. उनको किसकी ज़रूरत है? सॉइल माइक्रोब्स की, विच कैन कन्वर्ट the organic matter present in the soil into the inorganic elements by releasing enzymes, and then these inorganic and organic elements both they are absorbed by the plants and then they can grow. And also plants they require other animals for the dispersal of their seeds. It is obvious in nature that no animal, plant, or microorganism, it cannot live in isolation, but it interacts in various ways to form a biological community. इंटरैक्शन इसमें हमने क्या पढ़ना है कि हाउ डू लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स दे इंटरैक्ट विद अदर living organisms, means members of other species in a particular habitat. The interactions among organisms, they can be useful or harmful also. Let us see the various types of interactions. The various types of interaction is mutualism. Mutualism is a type of interaction between two living organisms in such a way that both the organisms, they are benefited with that interaction. Plus sign, it shows the benefit. Competition is a type of interaction in which both the organisms, they are harmed. Negative sign, it indicates the harm, means वो interaction जो है दोनों organisms के लिए harmful है. Predation is a type of interaction between living organisms in which one is harmed and another is benefited. Same goes with the parasitism. One species is harmed and another species is benefited. Commensalism is a type of interaction in which one species is benefited, another remains neutral, means neither benefited nor harmed. Zero जो है ये शो करता है, it remains unaffected, यानी the two species, they interact in such a way that one species is benefited, another remains unaffected, and in amensalism one species is harmed and another species remains unaffected, that is neither benefited nor harmed. Let us discuss them one by one.